Something's unraveling at the very heart of the Labour Party, and Keir Starmer is not handling it well. What started as quiet discontent has now exploded into open defiance, with MPs turning against their own leader, and Starmer scrambling behind closed doors to contain the damage. But his latest move, it's raised more eyebrows than it settled. This isn't just a rebellion, it's a warning shot, and it's far from over. Let's break it down, but first, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel for more. We have released our new I'm Not Far Right t-shirts. There are two different variants which come in black and blue. You can find them at britishstand.com or check the link in the description. Let's get into today's video. Something very revealing is happening behind the scenes in Westminster, and it speaks volumes about the shaky foundations of Keir Starmer's leadership. The Prime Minister is scrambling to regain control of his party after a series of internal revolts that simply won't go away. The rebellion within Labour ranks is growing, and no matter how many threats or disciplinary actions he dishes out, Starmer is looking more like a man reacting in panic than leading with authority. This week, Starmer sent out personalised warning letters to every Labour MP who voted against his government in recent key divisions. These weren't generic notes, they included specific reminders of when each MP defied the party line, highlighting the precise votes in which they broke ranks. The message was crystal clear. I am writing regarding your vote in the above divisions. As you know, it is against the standing orders of the Parliamentary Labour Party to vote contrary to the front bench position, and in so doing, therefore, you have broken the whip. Let that sink in, rather than address the why behind the dissent, the concerns about policy, about integrity, about principle. Starmer has gone full authoritarian, focusing instead on enforcing party discipline like a desperate schoolteacher cracking down on unruly students. But here's the problem. The more he tries to clamp down, the more cracks begin to show. This rebellion didn't come out of nowhere. It's been simmering for months. Starmer has made a number of deeply unpopular moves, not just with the public, but within his own party. His recent welfare reforms were a flashpoint. 47 Labour MPs stood up and said no. That rebellion slashed his majority down to just 75 and triggered widespread media coverage about a party in turmoil. And what did Starmer do? He didn't inspire confidence or build consensus. Instead, he panicked. He made 11th hour concessions, watered down the bill heavily, and tried to paper over the cracks with quick fixes. In the end, many Labour MPs dropped their opposition, not because they agreed with the bill, but because they saw Starmer's frantic backpedaling and figured they could extract just enough compromise to make it palatable. But make no mistake, this was not a show of strength. It was a clear sign that Starmer's grip on his party is far weaker than he wants the public to believe. And if that wasn't enough, Starmer has just suspended 4 Labour MPs for what he calls persistent breaches of party discipline. This so-called left-wing purge comes just hours before Parliament breaks for summer recess. Convenient timing, or a calculated move to avoid prolonged scrutiny. Either way, the optics are terrible. Starmer looks like a leader who's afraid of his own backbenchers. Instead of commanding loyalty through vision or principle, he's resorting to threats, punishments, and bureaucratic muscle flexing. This is not the sign of a party unified under a strong leader. It's the sign of internal chaos, barely held together with duct tape. And here's the kicker, this issue isn't going away. No matter how many disciplinary letters are sent, no matter how many MPs are silenced or suspended, the ideological split within Labour is now in plain view. Starmer's insistence on top-down control is only fueling resentment, and come autumn, the backbenchers he tried to muzzle may come back louder than ever. This isn't just about party discipline, it's about the wider question of what Labour even stands for under Keir Starmer. Is it a centrist project that appeases the establishment, or is it supposed to be a party of working people willing to challenge unjust systems and speak out? Right now, it seems Starmer doesn't want dissent. He wants silence, but the more he demands it, the more he's reminding us all of one uncomfortable truth. His authority is crumbling. Stay tuned. We'll now show you the full timeline of these rebellions, the leaked letters, and the reactions from the MPs themselves. This is far from over. In other news, Angela Raina's flight-mad staff have racked up a near £5 million bill and enough air miles to go around the world 13 times. Civil servants and ministers within the Deputy Prime Minister's Housing Department have accumulated 319,872 miles through international air travel over 12 months. The distance is long enough to circle the globe nearly 13 times. The Ministry of Housing, Communities and Local Government's yearly figures reveal that international flight distances reach 514,785 kilometers by April. It marks a substantial increase from 108,060 kilometers during the preceding 12-month period. This represents a 34% rise in business travel compared to the previous year, with international journeys showing particularly significant growth. The department's official travel expenses totaled £4.7 million. The journeys produce carbon emissions equivalent to 169.4 tons of CO2, matching the environmental benefit of cultivating 8,500 trees annually. Opposition politicians have targeted Raina over her February visit to Ethiopia and Ghana. Scrutiny intensified after reports emerged that she had inquired with civil servants about incorporating a safari excursion into the official program. One source told The Times she was told that's not how these things worked. Raina and officials cost the taxpayers £20,000 spent on a combination of business and economy flights to and from Africa. The travel statistics show the current administration's international flight distances are nearly 5 times greater than those recorded under previous Conservative ministers in the same department. The department attributed the rise partly to travel by officials from Homes England, the Housing Quango, to international conferences. David Simmons, the Tory shadow housing minister, said, "This is a totally unserious use of taxpayer money or officials' time. Angela Raina should be focusing on delivering the homes this country needs, but Labour have no plans to deliver, not gallivanting around the world playing a Deputy Prime Minister." Some have eyed up the Deputy Prime Minister as Sir Keir Starmer's replacement after his authority within the Labour Party has been questioned, forcing him to undergo several U-turns. A total of 47 Labour MPs rebelled against Starmer's welfare reforms, cutting the Prime Minister's majority to just 75. However, dozens of Labour MPs dropped their opposition to the welfare reforms after Starmer put forward 11th-hour concessions. Labour set a target for departments to reduce emissions from domestic flights by at least 30%, compared with 2017 to 18, with Raina's department doubling since then. What are your thoughts on what we discussed in today's video? Let me know down in the comments section below. If you've not yet already, make sure you do drop a like on this video and subscribe to the channel for more British content. Thank you, take care, goodbye.